Webheads unite. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you another episode of After the Pull. That's right, guys. I'm going to be showing off my comic book collection. This is part 2 of that series. And then new comic books are around the corner. So that's the discussion that we could have today while I'm showing off these comic books, these old comic books that I showed on the last show. So hopefully you guys will have a good time while watching this show if you catch it live. And if you catch it after the fact, hey man, that's just as great. Hopefully I give you some entertainment while this whole pandemic is still going on, right? A lot of people have been affected in more ways than one. I am actually one of them, as I currently don't really teach any tennis right now. I've been affected pretty hard, and I got to work at my my part-time job as a grocery store clerk. I'm actually a produce clerk, so that's what I got to do to substitute for tennis right now. So it's kind of difficult right now. But yeah, we're gonna have a good conversation with new comics coming out, old comics that I have. Hopefully you guys again will join me for it. Again, it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's do some of the solicits for my channel before we get started here. So remember, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that bell so you don't miss any of the content from me. It takes the channel a long way to let other people know that this channel exists in the YouTube world, because we know how hard it is for your channel to get discovered. And if you ever want to, super chats are definitely welcomed, and they're much appreciated. Now, this past week, this was something new. I was eligible for membership on my channel, which was kind of interesting. I was like, oh, wow, I got membership options now. So I'm going to go through these memberships with you guys real quick. So if you want to become a web member, that's what I call you guys, right? You guys are all my web heads. So if you want to become a webhead member, there's 4 options. There's the free option, which is exactly what you're doing right now. You watch my content, you comment, I comment back. And if you want to join the Facebook group called Webheads Unite, that equals free. You know, I'll comment on all your, your comments on my videos and stuff like that. And so that's never going away. That's always going to stay the same. So, that's free. Then there's a Webhead Silver option, right? Where it gives you all kinds of badges when you comment on my videos. It gives you emojis on these live streams. They're superhero emojis, and that's pretty badass, And then if you go into the gold, there's exclusive content released for you. And then if you go into Webhead Elite, there's exclusive content for you there as well. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. All you got to do is hit that join button and you will become a Webhead member. So yeah, really great stuff. I'm excited for it. And again, it just shows the support towards the channel and helps the channel grow. All right. So let's see who we have on the show so far today. So far we have the Archangel Sins. He goes, what state you located at? I'm actually located in Florida, and Central Florida. That's where I'm at. And everything's been still locked down for us. We're actually getting the governor on at 5 p.m. today to see how he's actually going to loosen restrictions. So I'm very curious about that. And I'm still waiting on, like, if I can teach tennis summer camp and all kinds of stuff like that. Tevye is on the show. He says, what's up? And he says, does the join button on YouTube cost money? Well, yeah, because it is a membership, but I set those tiers up. The lowest price tier is a 99 cents tier, and that one gives you all those badges and emojis and stuff like that. And that's what it is. It's 99 cents a month. And then the silver option is $4.99 a month. And then the elite option is $9.99 a month, Tevye. So that's what you have it though. So it's just it's to support your favorite creators. That's why they have that on YouTube. And Tevye goes, because yeah, I don't like that idea, at least in my opinion. Okay, are we talking about the join? It's just a supporting thing. It's not it's never forced upon you, just letting you know that it's out there. All right. Robotech says, good question. What are the prices per tier? Well, there you go. I gave it to you. 99 cents for the cheapest one. And it comes out once a month. That's what it costs. So, and I feel like, honestly, like that is the best bang for your buck in many ways, because it's like you get all that cool little extra stuff. And I think even on the super chats as well, they give you like super stickers and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty cool. And I wanted to make that silver option as cheap as I possibly could. And that's the lowest price that you can make it, is the 99 cents. Kevin says, hey, Mike, good to see you. Nice to see you too. So it's like a Patreon. Yeah, kind of is. It's exactly, but it's YouTube's. Like, I don't have to go to anywhere else to actually create this. This is all through YouTube. So you don't have to go to a Patreon. You don't have to go to another place. Everything is right here, right on my YouTube channel. And Tevia says, gotcha. And like I said, if you want the free option, you can head over to the Facebook group. That also is something that I did for, and it's kind of like an extension to my channel as well. And then a Competent Man says, is a diamond distributing order supposed to arrive this week? I think it wasn't diamond. It was supposedly like the Midtown and the other DCBS thing where they released, maybe, I think it was like 3 or 4 or 5 books or something like that. But none of the books was, I don't know, very important. One was like a Batman reprint or something like that. I don't know if that changed or not, but yeah, Diamond's not coming out again with their real order through May 20th. And we will talk about that for sure, because I'll give you the list of comic books that are coming out on May 20th, and then we can see which ones we're going to be excited for. Okay. And Tevi says, do you think Diamond is going to die? Probably not, because based off of how everyone was complaining about different distributors while this whole thing is going on, it was just like, it goes right back to Diamond again. Now, will there be other distribution? Maybe. But I don't see Diamond going away. Let's see. We have Kelvin says, Germany is still under lockdown too, but it's getting better and better. My comic shop here started to ship old comics for me, at least. Woohoo! Yeah, that's cool. My shop looks like it's probably going to be opening starting next week, or maybe even this weekend, because our lockdown expiration is tomorrow. So tomorrow's the last day. So based off of what the governor says is what businesses are going to do. So my shop might open, and they might be where it's like no more than 10 people in the shop, or 25% capacity or something like that. So I'll be able to go to my shop again starting, this Wednesday maybe, or shit, even this weekend. Tevi says, God damn, it's because Diamonds having a monopoly was always a terrible idea. Yeah, they've always been a monopoly. It's been the thing. But you know what? If I can get my comics, that's the major thing that I'm looking forward to right now. So I want to appreciate all the 15 viewers that are on right now. And so let's open this short box off. We're going to continue where we left off last week, guys. Okay. So, or 2 weeks ago. So let's go into the collection here, and then we'll continue your conversations. So I think the last book I showed you last time was this Flash issue 34. Let me get rid of this here. Flash issue 34. Let me get rid of the banner. All right. So that was the last one that I showed you. So that one was pretty cool, right? All right. So let's continue with the next one. It's another DC book. It's a Green Lantern. This is the first appearance of Carol Ferris, I think, as a Star Sapphire. I'm pretty sure that's what this one was. It's a pretty interesting cover right there. Tell you, it's got some age on that one. But yep, this one was 1985. That's when this was released. Got this at my local comic book shop, so this one is pretty cool. So Oh yeah, and just to let you guys know, I'm sporting an upgrade in my whole Comic Book Corner 2.0 setup here. It's an old desk from my wife's office. My wife got all new office furniture because she's been working at home. And so I took all her old office furniture. So it's an upgrade for me because I had my son's little 3x3 desk, and now I got this big desk and this other storage unit, and I got this chair. Like I have an actual like chair with like armrests and stuff, and it kind of leans back and it's cushioned. Where before I just sat on a folding chair and my ass hurt really bad after like 20 minutes. But now I'm actually comfy, man. It's actually pretty good. So yeah, here we go. A Sapphire story. So that's what this one is. So yeah, kind of cool right there. I always liked Green Lantern, and finding some key issues of that series is pretty neat. All right, let's see what's next here. Ooh. So we're going to go into some Hulk stuff, it looks like here. And this is an old one. This is the Hulk issue 149. So look at that. That's pretty cool right there. It's your world belongs to me now, and there is no room on it for the Hulk. I, the inheritor. That's what this guy is. So that's pretty weird, man. But that's old book right there. It doesn't have a year on it. I probably would have to open it up. It's okay shape. Nothing great. It's probably not worth anything anyway, because I don't think those issues of Hulk were worth a lot of money. All right. Here's another one. Issue 190 of the Hulk. I'll bring that one a little bit closer to you. So that's pretty cool. Toadman leaves Hulk friends alone, or Hulk will smash you all. No, Hulk. No, Hulk. The Toadmen are too powerful for even such as you. The only one who can help you now is Glorian. Do you guys know who Glorian is? Who is that guy? This book is in rough shape. It's got like water stains on it. It's got a stamp on it from like the comic book shop from August 22nd, 1970 something. Oh man, I love these old books. Here we go. Hulk. I guess this is the Absorbing Man, right? So we got that in there too. Check that out. That's issue 209 of the Absorbing Man, or the Hulk with the Absorbing Man, him doing battle against it. So I always liked Absorbing Man when I was a kid. For some reason, I just thought he was a badass. I love the ball and chain that he had. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, neat stuff there. All right, let's see. Let's see if we have any comments here. Archangel Sin says, I'm in New York, so yeah, no local comic book shop. I'm sorry. I am sorry that New York is going through everything that they're going through, and the loss of life, and how difficult it's got to be living there right now. I mean, they've got hit so hard over there. So I'm I feel for the loss over there, and good luck to you and everybody there. James Howard's like, nice. Kelvin says, I miss the Green Lantern who stared on us out of the short box whenever you showed us your collection. That is Green Lantern issue 1, volume 2. Oh, that's funny. And he's still there. He's still in that same place too, I think. And Tevi is like, who? I don't know who he's talking about. All right, let's move on. More Hulk. The Incredible Hulk Unleashed. What's he say here? No, Green Lantern volume 2, issue 48, thus 50. Oh, I have that. I have volume 2, issues 48 through 50. I definitely have that in my box. I have a whole box of that volume from right before the Coast City story, and when Kyle Rayner became Green Lantern. I have that whole run. I have the entire run in a separate box. It's a Green Lantern box itself. So this is just a miscellaneous issue there. Tevi goes, I never heard of this character before. I know the Hulk, but the other guy on the skis, not so much. So here is this one. This is issue 216. This is Miles Above the Earth, Man Brute battles By Beast. By Beast is pretty cool. I like his two heads and everything. But this classic Hulk stuff is awesome. Look how high up he is, like in the earth and everything, dude. That's crazy stuff, man. So insane. These old Hulk comics, it's like Hulk smash, Hulk destroy, Hulk do this. There's another one, Hulk issue 224. This one was made in 1978. So we got that one. Not much going on in this. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. That's the leader up there. He's like on a stilt man contraption, and he's firing these ray beams at Hulk. Oh, boy. These comics are cheesy, man. Well, look at this one. Hulk issue 244, The Incredible Hulk. It just says Marvel's TV sensation, and it says The Incredible Hulk, it lives. He's being stomped on by whatever this thing is that's stomping on him. Did you ever wonder, like, how many pairs of purple pants that Hulk owned or Bruce Banner owned? Like, why was it always purple? Why couldn't he have blue, green, orange, or shit, just blue jeans, right? Ever crossed your mind? And then when he got done being Hulk, where did he get his clothes from? All right, here's the next one. Issue 245, Hulk smash. This is clear definition of what the Hulk is, right? Smashes the tank, army soldiers go flying everywhere. Yeah, crazy stuff right there. All right. Next, we have the Hulk issue, the Incredible Hulk issue 254, Waiting for the UFOs. Who are the UFOs? Do you guys know who the UFOs are? Never heard of them. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, that stuff is crazy. What's up, UFO? Let's see. We got Tevi. I never heard of the character before. We talked about that. Tevi says, I know the Hulk, but the other guy in skis. So we talked about that one. And I think that is all the current ones that we have. Okay, cool. All right, so I can keep showing. All right. Next, we have the Incredible Hulk issue 258. This one's a pretty nice one, actually. This one's actually in decent shape, too. You may be the strongest one there is, Hulk, but there's more than one of the Soviet super soldiers. So it's the Soviet super soldiers going against the Hulk. That's pretty cool. I like that one. That's in good shape. It's one of the few Hulk books that are in good shape. Oh, boy. I even have some that are not boarded. I have issue 262. I must have got these for $1. 263. Or, sorry, 280. All right, so we got that one. Who's he fighting with? Some weird chick. Oh, this is a cool cover. 284, where the She-Hulk, the leader, Thor, Hawkeye, and I think Captain Marvel at the time, right, is on there. So that's cool. I like that. Follow the leader, it says. And then we have issue 292. Is that Dragon Man from the Fantastic Four? So we got that. Who is this? 296. Who's this like robot? Looks like, who is that? Shows his butt right in your face. And so those are those ones. Maybe we're out at Hulk now. Let's see what we got next. It's the short box. Never surprised. Nope. More Hulk. This is the last Hulk. Ooh, I like this one, though. This is issue 300. It's in bad shape, though. Special abnormally large-sized issue, it says. But look at this one. Issue 300 of the Hulk. You guys ever see this one before? Black Spider-Man fighting the Hulk. Thor fighting the Hulk. That's a nice looking cover, man. Too bad that book ain't in good shape. That's cool, though. I'm happy I have that. All right. All right. So before we move on to the next group of comics, we're going to talk about some of the comics that are going to be coming out on May 20th. So let's see. Any other comments beforehand? Kevin says, I bet they get their own movie soon. Oh, are we talking about the UFOs? The UFOs. And Tevye is like, yeah, he thinks that's Rom. You're probably right. That's Rom the Space Knight. Okay. And Robotech says that Rom cover looks sick. Tevye goes, nope, never seen it. And love those Hulk look at the left corner boxes. Hulk changes. Yeah, that's cool. All right. So we got new comic books that are being released. Now, I'll get back to some of these old issues in a little bit. We're going to talk about some of the new stuff that's coming out. So May 20th, okay, is probably the first really big comic book day that we're going to have in a while. And soon you're going to start seeing my regular videos come back, like the top 10 most anticipated comics. So that will probably be out about a week ahead of those comics that come out. And so you'll get to see where my most top 10 anticipated are. But when it comes to all the books that are coming out, let's start with Marvel Comics. Okay. So on May 20th, we have Black Cat issue 11. We have Captain America, Marvel Snapshot issue 1. We have Deadpool issue 5. We have Empire. Are you guys excited for Empire? This is issue 0. Immortal Hulk issue 34. Marauders issue 10. Marvel's X issue 4. New Mutants issue 10. Spider-Ham issue 5. Star Wars Dr. Aphra issue 1. And then we have Thor issue 5 and X-Men God Loves, Man Kills extended cut. This is funny. You guys, I think on this last live show, actually said, did you ever read this X-Men title? X-Men God Loves, Man Kills. And I was like, I don't know if I have it in my collection. It sounds old, blah, 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 blah. Then I had Sebastian, who usually watches this show, is on the show when he can. He says, you showed it in a trade video. So I actually do have it. And they said, you should read that. And now we're getting a extended cut on that same story. Someone is telling me to read this story and maybe possibly do a review on it, right? So we have that. So any of those Marvel comics that I mentioned, are you guys excited for those books? I'll let you know. Or let me ask you this. Are there books that you were currently reading that you really don't care about anymore, and you're not going to read those books anymore, right? You're just going to be like, it's been like 6 weeks. I could care less about this book anymore, right? So let me know. All right. So I'm going to start out. We'll start off with Marvel here. I'll let you know the books that I'm going to be reading. Okay. So the first one's going to be Black Cat issue 11. At first, I didn't like that series. Now it's gotten better. I think the artwork is improved. I think the writing's improved in it. I kind of like seeing Black Cat and, on these different missions. And now she's doing like team ups with other characters. Now, I don't know if that's because maybe the book sales suck and so she needs other characters to support her book. But nevertheless, I feel like it's improved. Like last story arc, she's teamed up with Logan. This newest story arc, she's going to be teaming up with Iron Man. And I think that's kind of cool. And you can't go wrong with the J. Scott Campbell cover because she has her and Iron Man on the cover. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to be picking that one up. I'm going to be reading that one. Captain America Marvel Snapshot. Not sure what that is. Since it sounds like it's a one-shot, I don't think I'll be buying that. And it's probably like $5. I don't have prices where I'm getting this information from Newsarama. So if you guys want to go to newsarama.com and check on the article that says Marvel DC Image, more part of Diamond's May 20th release, you guys can follow along with me. Okay. The next one in here is Deadpool issue 5. I read Deadpool up to issue 2. After issue 2, I was done. All I cared about in that book wasn't Deadpool. It was Jeff the Land Shark. He came from West Coast Avengers. I love that little character. Shit, I would probably read that book if he was just in his own book. But I just don't like the artwork in that particular series. And I can't. I'm just not a fan of Deadpool. I'm just not. I think he looks cool. I think I really want to like him, but I feel like I've outgrown him. I just think his humor is just too over the top. And in a lot of places, it's too forced. I feel like that with Harley Quinn in her some of her other series that she's in, you know. But that's how I feel about Deadpool. So I'm not going to be reading Deadpool issue 5. Now, when it comes to Empire Avengers issue 0, there's something about this event that I feel like I'm not that excited about it. I really don't feel that way. I feel like I want to read it. It could be cool, but I'm like, man, I'm not really that excited about it. So it's like I'm going to read it, I think, because I need to see what it's about. And I feel like I'm forced to read it because it affects pretty much all the Marvel books this summer. Whether you read Spider-Man or not, it's going to have an Empire tie-in to it. So it's one of those events where it's like universe affecting. So you kind of have no choice but to read the main book, right? And I kind of hate that, but I'm just not excited. I just don't sound excited for it. They're going to really have to blow my socks off on this event. All right, next is Immortal Hulk issue 34, which I believe we're starting a new story arc, and the leader is going to be introduced into this story arc. So that last story arc that ended before this whole thing happened was a perfect time. Now's the perfect time to jump on Immortal Hulk. We're done with Roxxon and the Minotaur stuff. So this is going to be good. All right, next is Marauders issue 10. I think Marauders is a pretty solid X-Men book. We need to figure out what's going on with Kitty Pryde, right? She had her old issues where she's the captain of the Marauder, and now she died, supposedly, and they're trying to find her body. And Lockheed's alive, but we just don't know what's going on with Kitty. And we've been delayed this a long time. Now we've been delayed even longer because of obviously the virus. So we don't know what's really going to happen here. Okay. All right. Next, we got Marvel's X issue 4. This was a pretty good series. I think I'm still going to buy issue 4 to see what happens with it. We have a Spider-Man who's just lost his wife. He's lost his way. There's this kid that's very hopeful. He seems to be like the key to saving the world. He's trying to find these heroes. People develop mutant powers all over the place. It's kind of crazy, right? I might pick it up again. I just felt like it's kind of lost its steam with this whole thing, you know? So we'll see what happens. Next is New Mutants issue 10. I stopped reading that after issue 3. I just wasn't into it. Spider-Ham, I never even picked up a copy. I am not wasting $4 on Spider-Ham. No offense. Probably might be a good book. I'm sure there's people out there that read it, and if you do, that's great. But for me, I just read too many comics to pick up that particular book. All right, and then let's see. Dr. Aphra issue 1. Now, I've been really enjoying the Star Wars comic books since they've all been re-released because of, I guess, Rise of Skywalker and all this other stuff. And I think they've been really, really good. I love Darth Vader. I love the new Star Wars book. I cannot wait for the next issue for that to come out. That's been really good. Dr. Aphra, never my favorite character, but I feel like that maybe I should give this one a chance. And next we have Thor issue 5. You want to talk about a book that's like been stopped right towards the end of a story arc, and you want to see what happens, right? You're just like, oh man, I can't wait for the next issue. Donny Cates has written a great story here with Kim teaming up with Galactus, and it has cosmic powers, and he's the Herald, and just awesome stuff. And it's just like, whenever that book has come out, that's been first on my pile to read, and it's just been, that's that syndrome where it's just like, oh, you're stuck right coming towards the end of the first story arc, and you just got to wait for it. But I'm definitely picking that one up. And then the X-Men God Loves, Man Kills extended cut. I don't know if I should pick it up. I guess it depends on the price of the book, because I already have a copy. And that's the original one. That's like the original graphic novel, like before graphic novels were graphic novels. Like, I don't know. We'll see. So that is the Marvel comic book. So now I think we got some comments on here. So I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Let's see here. Tevia says, I'm not excited for Empire. I'm burned out with Marvel events. And, I can totally see that. They have a Marvel event all the time. And I liked the contained events, the Spider-Man events, the X-Men events. I like that when it doesn't affect your entire universe and you're not forced to read something you don't like. Certain books I have to read all the time. An Amazing Spider-Man, for instance. I have to read every single issue because I've been collecting it for eternity, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, I got to read it, And I hate when that happens. When it comes to the other books, maybe not so much. But if you guys collect comics like I do, you might feel like that with your favorite character, Oh, look, there's an Empire event. So I got to collect it just to collect it because I've been reading it for so long. And you want to see how maybe it possibly affects the character going forward. You never know. An event actually could do that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens though. All right. Next, we have all about movies and TV collecting, Blu-ray and DVD. It says, is Marvel Presents 18 Guardians first appearance 6.5 CGC worth buying for 150? I just picked up 194. I don't know. I don't even know. That you would have to ask somebody else for. I don't even know what that is. It's Guardians first appearance. So is it the most recent Guardians, or I'm not even sure what that one is. I might have to look it up real quick to see if I can find it. So we got Marvel Presents issue 18. I have some of those books. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, when it comes to the graded books, certain ones, I just don't have any idea. So you might have to look up and see. When it comes to a book, 6.5, Marvel Comics Presents, personally, me, I don't know if I would spend the money for it. I mean, it's the first appearance of the Guardians, so maybe, but a 6.5, I would try to go for a higher grade. That's just my personal opinion. I think my standard would be like at least an 8. 6.5 is okay, but if you can find a higher grade, might be better. But that's just me. I guess sometimes we got to think of I'd rather have it than not have it too. So, all right, next we have Robotech. He says, is it issue 1? Because if it is, there will be like 26 different covers. Are we talking about Empire there? Tevia says, I don't want another event that has way too many tie-ins. God damn it, Marvel. Why can't blah, 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 blah story? It's just the way it goes. And that's how they're going to be. They're never going to change it. Yeah. And Tevia says, speaking of Dan Slott, is leaving Iron Man 2021. Yes, I did read that article. Dan Slott is leaving Iron Man, which I'm kind of excited about. I had actually high hopes for Iron Man, and unfortunately, it did fall short, right? It just wasn't exciting for me. I actually dropped it. Calvin says, I'm still hating War of the Realms, not going to read the new event. Gotcha. Just wait for Sort of X. That's going to be every X book. So that's what, like 12 to 15 books. Yeah. It is. It actually is. I think it's 15 parts. That's what they said. Thor is the best ongoing series. It's definitely up there. I would say that and Venom. I love Venom. I think it's so well done. Tevia says Marvel and DC Comics needs to stop doing pointless events. Yeah, I know, Tevia. It's maybe for you it's pointless, but for other people they like these events. And sometimes that's the way they make their money, and sometimes you need to progress the universe. Sometimes if you did one shot stories every single time, it doesn't evolve your universe at all. So I feel like that's why they do these events, so it evolves the universe a bit more. So it's just the way it goes, right? How dare you say that? That's not the Marvel and DC way. What did I say? All right. So we're going to go over a few more books, and then we'll go over the DC books real quick. Okay. Let's see. Where are we here? So we have issue number 2 of Indiana Jones. Right here. I don't even know where I got this and how long I've had that. But that's pretty cool. Is that like the Temple of Doom? Did you guys ever see Temple of Doom? Indiana Jones. So that's pretty cool. Harrison Ford, baby. All right. Ooh. Guys, this is a good one. Amazing Adventures. Issue 1. The Humans and the Black Widow. Right there. That's a nice book. This book's in good shape, too. In one magazine together because you demanded it. Beware of the Inhumans. Double Dynamite from Mighty Marvel. So this is a good shape book. This one is in really good condition. I remember buying this particular book. I don't know how much I paid for it, but this is awesome. This is a good book to have in your collection. This is from the 60s. All right. Next, we have Special King Size Annual 72-page Marvel Tales. It tells you the origins of the Avengers. Tells you the origins of the X-Men, the Hulk, the origin of Doctor Strange. So all this in one book, all for a low price of 25 cents. That's right, Marvel fans. 1965. This is issue 2. That's pretty cool, man. 72 big pages. Let's see. Tevia says, except sometimes these events don't evolve the universe at all and do nothing but change something that doesn't need to be changed, like Civil War II. Well, okay, listen, not every event is going to be good. I definitely agree with you there. And yes, some events are probably cash grabs, but then there are some that are better. I felt like War of the Realms was actually a decent event. Now the tie-ins, maybe not so much. But when you look at like Absolute Carnage, I thought that was a decent event. I feel like the events are getting better, but I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for Empire. Robotech says it's not really about evolving. It's more about how much money they can milk from everybody. Yeah. At the end of the day, you don't have to buy it. That's what's great about it. Buy what you want to read. Okay. And if you don't want to read those events, don't read the events. Don't do it. Okay. All right. Next. Ooh, here's a cool one. Masters of the Universe. This is issue 3. We got He-Man and Skeletor doing battle there. So that's pretty cool, right? All right. Next. Oh, dude, I didn't even know. I probably bought these at 2 separate times and I didn't even realize it. So I have that Masters of the Universe issue 3, and then I also have issue 2 of the same series. And 3 was in front of 2. So that's funny, man. Yeah, part 3 of 3, part 2 of 2. Damn, I need number 1, man. Oh, that's cool. And then I would have that complete set. There's only 3 of them. All right. Then I got some Miss Marvel. Original Miss Marvel. Issue 6. All right. And then I have Miss Marvel issue 18. So I got that. And then I do have this. I'll be right back. This is the only CGC comic I actually own. So I don't know that much about CGC, like what it should be valued at. But this is literally the only CGC book I own. And this is a Miss Marvel one, and it's issue 3. So that's it. That's all I have. I might get some more in the future, or I might send some out. I have a lot of books that I would love to get graded and see what their value is, because I got a lot of great books, but it's pricey, right? So that's a cool book. All right. I think I got that. I think my shop was selling it for like $20. It was so cheap. I don't even remember. All right, Miss Marvel. This is a nice cover. This is issue 20. This is awesome. I love the black costume. And next, we have Marvel Spotlight on the Moon Knight. I think this is his origin or his second appearance. I don't remember. It is a key issue, though. It's not his first appearance, but it's pretty high up there. And this one's in really good shape, too. Really good. So I'm excited to have that. All right. And then we have Moon Knight issue 29. So we got that on there as well. All right. Nitro, the newest member. He's a member here, and he says, made it to the live stream. So welcome, Nitro. Happy you're on. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I know you guys are talking about New Warriors last time I was on here, right? And I told you I was a fan of the original series. Well, here is issue 2 of the original series. I love this. I love this book back in the day. It was so different, and Mark Bagley did the artwork. This is one of the first, ongoing titles that he did, and it was so, so good. All right, and then we have New Warriors issue 3. So we got that one. And then we have Marvel Presents. So we talk about Marvel Presents, right? This is issue 1 of Bloodstone. So this is Elsa Bloodstone's dad. So we got that there too. That's pretty cool. All right. Nitro says, glad I could make it. Webheads assemble. How much would number 1 of He-Man or number 1 of He-Man of 3 cost you? I don't know. I have to look it up. And I think my shop actually had a copy one time, and I passed it up. And I want to say they were selling it for like $40. So we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. So Marvel presents Guardians of the Galaxy. You were talking about, I think, that particular issue. This one is issue 4. So we have that one. Okay. And then we have more Guardians of the Galaxy. This is issue 10. All right. And then Guardians of the Galaxy issue 1. This is, I think, that 1990s team. So we got that one too. All right. And now we're going to go on to the to the comics that are being released on May 20th for DC. Hold on one second. Got a text. And let's see here. All right. So DC, Absolute Day Tripper. I have no idea what that is. Adventures of Superman by George Perez is hardcover, trade paperback. I'm not going over that. Batman issue 89. Any of you guys getting that for the third printing? So we have that. And then we have Batman and the Outsiders. I don't read that series. There is the Batman Giant issue number 4 that's coming out. And let's see. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 in hardcover. Daphne Byrne issue 4 is coming out. DC first issue special hardcover. There's a lot of hardcovers and stuff like that. Let's see. Deceased Unkillables issue 3. I'm getting that one. Hopefully you guys are too. I think that's a fantastic series written by Tom Taylor. The next one we have is Dollhouse Family issue 6. I think that's the conclusion to that series. That series is pretty sick, and I love it. It's so well done. Dreaming issue 20. Flash issue 753. We have that. Haven't read Flash in a long time. Green Lantern season 3, issue 3. Who's ready for a new Green Lantern team? I want to know who out there wants new Green Lantern. This guy does. Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy hardcover. Hawkman issue 23 is being released. And let's see. Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity issue 4. Justice League issue 44. That's been really well done. Robert Venditti has done a great job on it, and he's going to be leaving it soon, unfortunately. Justice League Odyssey. I did read it for a little while. Not reading it anymore. And there's Plunge issue 3, the Joe Hill comic that's coming out. Red Hood Outlaw issue 45. So that's coming out. I think everything else is basically trades. So yeah, there's not too many on the DC side that I'm getting, but I'm definitely getting the Dollhouse Family and Deceased Unkillables for sure. I'm definitely getting that. So those are like the highlights for me when it comes to that. I don't know if I'm going to get the Batman third printing or not. I don't know if it's worth it because of a different cover. So I don't know. Let's see what we have on here. Tevia's laughing. And then we have Nitro says, love seeing these older issues. I hope to still see some issues in your collection even when shops open back up. If you wanted to, of course, I enjoy watching it. Well, this could be something definitely that I can continue to integrate while I do these live shows. I can show you the new comics and I can show you the old comics at the same time. I think that's kind of cool. And I think that's what I might be doing going forward, you know, show you a few of these and a few of the new ones. I think it makes the show quite interesting, right? So yeah, definitely a good idea. All right. Next one we have is Mystique. That's her name. And I'm talking about the Miss Marvel 18. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Okay. Let me get that here. Next, we have Deceased Unkillables has been awesome and badass. And I can't wait for the finale. Yeah. And then they're coming out with the new one. So I think that one is going to be even better. Like the volume 2. This is like in between the two stories. And then you're saying, Tevia, that you dropped off of Lois Lane as well. I dropped off of that after issue 2. And Red Hood and the Outlaws has just gone downhill lately. And frankly, I'm done with Scott Liddell. All right, let's see what else I got in here real quick. I got some Guardians of the Galaxies, issue 2. And And I have Guardians of the Galaxy issue 4. Check out this cover with Fire-Lord on there. That's pretty badass artwork right there. That's really good. And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy issue 3. I remember this series. I had a bunch more of them, and I think I sold them. So that's pretty cool. All right. I'm going to show you a couple more, and then I think we'll be done for the day. So we got this Guardians of the Galaxy foil cover, issue 25. Yeah, man, can't go wrong with the foil, right? So that's pretty cool. It's cool. It's got Galactus on it. And then the last one I'm going to show you guys of the day is this Green Arrow issue 1. I've had this cover or this book forever. So really, really good stuff there. Awesome stuff. Classic Green Arrow, right? All right. So, yes, guys, I'm going to sign off for today. I'm going to cut it a little bit short. The governor's talking on TV. I need to find out what's going on, if I'm going to be working next week or not, or whatever the story is going to be. So it's kind of important. But, guys, thank you so much for joining. Remember, consider becoming a member of the channel. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell, do all that crazy crap. And, guys, be safe. And until next time, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. I'll see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.